Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. If you guys have never watched any of my videos, I have a little bit over 48,000 subscribers. I have a little bit over 90,000 members, 95,000 members within our free TechBot Solutions trading community. So if you've ever wanted to get started in investing in the stock market, if you've ever wanted to start surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, it's that third link in the description. It's a free group. You don't have to pay anything, nothing like that. We ask you to do is to share your best practices, share your mistakes, in effort to promote overall group growth. We also do have a private group chat for those that are part of TechBot Solutions. It's a Discord chat where you can share your ideas and we could help and motivate one another. But Eric, you get to see what's going on at AS Miner. I actually think that you tuned in, if I'm not mistaken. AS, did you tune in for the Instagram live stream? I'm not too sure. Your username looks very familiar. And that. So, yo, bro, what happened to your neck brace? No, it's not a neck brace. It's a neck pillow. So let's go ahead, and I kind of want to, yes, for USLV, what a wave, bro. 100%. If you guys are part of Learn Plan Profit, you guys would have seen that I was up a little bit over $400 to almost $500 today, right? Intraday, right? On my overall position. If you guys were part of Learn Plan Profit, you were able to see me trade live and see me add more to my position. I'm going to do an update and follow up on why it is that I still see value in USLV. Just simply talking about just following up with it, right? I talked about, and I actually want to talk to you guys about this. So, can you guys hear me okay? Here, let me put this on then. All right, can you guys hear me a little bit better now? Test, 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 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. Give me some thumbs up. Are we good? I'm just starting. Are you the best? So the Society LLC, I can't say that I'm the best, right? But one thing that you can watch and learn from in my videos, and I think everyone can vouch for me, is that I'm very consistent and I'm very conservative. I don't follow pump and dumps. I don't follow low cap stocks. I don't trade penny stocks anymore. I try to focus on consistent and long-term growth. It works very well for me, and it works very well for a lot of the people that I do mentor. And 100%, like I always say that I'm not the best, right? But one thing that I am very good at is I'm very consistent and very conservative. And you can check out my YouTube videos. You can see my day yesterday, the days week after week, and stuff like that. And one thing that I wanted to Ricky Gutierrez, he can't say he's the best, but he is the GOAT. So no, I have an amazing community that supports me, as in like the TechBot Solutions team, right? And it's just that's all it is. So if you've ever wanted to get started and you have really lacked in like the motivation or the struggle to continue going on, and you always tend to give up, then I would encourage you to take the step and just joining our free group. Make a friend within the group and hold one another accountable. But what I wanted to talk about is, before I get into my breakdowns, I'll just start showing my charts right now, just so you guys can see this. But what I wanted to talk about was when it came down to me talking to the Learn Plan Profit group, sometimes I feel like I take positions almost every single day just for the sake of creating relevant topics on YouTube. And what it came down to was like, I kind of want to stray away from that, because I know a lot of people also do watch what it is that I trade, and sometimes they get in a little bit too early before the confirmation as well. And one thing that I wanted to do before we do anything is I wanted to ask you guys, have you guys ever felt like that when it comes down to trading, that you guys almost feel motivated or encouraged to take a position every single day just to stay relevant, just to keep your account active, just so you're not wasting time, right? Does that almost feel like what it is? If you guys have noticed, this entire week, I've been swing trading just one stock, one ETF. And the reason why is because I see a lot of value in that ETF and the potential that it has to offer. And that value, if that ETF alone ends up performing even halfway, no, if it ends up performing like 75% of the way that I think it can perform. I mean, yesterday was a perfect example. I hit highs of $1,800, right? It pulled back. I was able to cover $1,500. And then overall today, I think I'm still up over 300 on my overall position. I'm up very little intraday. But what it comes down to is I'm really just trying to focus on quality. And that's what I want to just share with you guys. As I break this down, I want to start creating less videos about if you guys have noticed, I've been uploading a little bit less often, right? Obviously, my schedule is a little bit more busy just because I'm working with the private group for Learn Plan Profit, and not even just that, but there's a lot of restructuring that we're doing, and a lot of the things that we're working on with my team on the back end for the different projects that we have going on, and it just doesn't give me time. Just like a lot of you guys are very busy people, and you know, trading might be a full-time or part-time, a full-time or part-time source of income, but there is no question that, you know, even with the $1,800 day, the $1,500 day yesterday, that's a huge amount of money. Imagine being able to make that every single week, right? I mean, my goal is anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 on a weekly basis. That would get me to my monthly goal, right? Now, what I want to cover and talk about is the idea of focusing on quality trades and quality patterns. And that is something that I feel like I've talked about very well with the people that are part of Learn Plan Profit. Every single week, on Sunday or on Monday, they are required on a weekly basis to share their number one stock, just one stock that they plan on trading that entire week. That's going to get you to your weekly percentage goal. I've talked about this multiple times, 100%, multiple times. But what I've done is, I mean, I'm here to lead by example, and unfortunately, I have not been doing it because I've been trying to take positions every single day, even if they're not the best entries, just to provide some relevant topic and relevant content for YouTube. And in reality, you know, I think that we could all agree on this. If you guys see me trade and be a little bit more conservative and focus much more on quality trades, that would overall just instill you guys to also focus on much more quality positions, waiting for the confirmation and waiting and taking these series of steps and techniques to focus on, you know, consistent and long-term growth. And yes. Okay, so people are telling me to get to the breakdown already. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to let you guys know and give you guys an update that I'm going to kind of make a transition on my videos, talking a little bit more just about that specific thing. So you guys could see my overall profits as of right now. I'm still up 240 on the overall position. I'm up, I think, I'm down actually intraday. And the reason why is because when it was actively pushing up, I mean, I was up about $500, a little bit over 500 when it ended up hitting highs of 1010. We saw the resistance at the top VWAP. For those that are part of Learn Plan Profit, we're able to see like why it is that I got in, why it is that I added to my position. I was thinking about covering profits, but again, why is it that I did not cover profits, right? I mean, I could have covered when I saw it break below the middle VWAP, and I could have, you know, bought in more at the dip, but that's again, just trying to take in too many positions, and what I want to focus on is quality, right? Making sure that I focus and let the pattern do the talking. And on this pullback, I mean, it's still up and it's still green on the day, but it pushed up to 1017 today during pre-market hours. It pulled back, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. I know pullbacks can be very scary, especially when you focus on the dollar value, 100%. But look at this, pushed up. We saw that it might have gotten rejected by the SMA indicator. It pulled back, and it's holding right on this 180-day, 4-hour EMA. And that's exactly what we want to see. Just like it's done multiple times before, right? When it pushes up, it pulls back. It holds around this area, this general area. I mean, it could pull back all the way down to like 980, maybe 970, and it will still be relevant. Again, it's just all intraday. And then it pushes and starts to recover back in again. And this is what we want to see. We want to see it pull back, make higher lows, right? So not go as low as it did before, show this upward staircase pattern leading up to the overall resistance at about $11 to about 1060, whatever ends up, you know, being the overall resistance. And we'll be able to see based on the MACD indicator. So the MACD indicator is signaling somewhat of a sell. Right now it's showing signs of a downward curling pattern. That's something that we need to take into consideration. But also, it did push up pretty aggressively during pre-market hours, and then it pulled back also quite a bit during open market hours. So what I want to see is how it reacts to this EMA line and follow up with this one tomorrow and see if I'm going to cover my position or if I'm going to sell my profit. So if you guys followed with some of my trades yesterday, I also kept everyone up to date. That's part of TechBud Solutions or Learn Plan Profit. Was that I covered like 1,000 shares. I tried to cover 2,000 shares of USLV at 990 yesterday. I think only 1,000 got filled when I was live. The other 1,000 got filled, and I showed the screenshot to the people that are part of like the Learn Plan Profit group. So I was able to cover 2,000 shares there, and then I got back in today and I started averaging up as it was going back up. Obviously, I averaged up when I got a little bit too high just based on that resistance at 1010, but I'm okay. Again, the pattern is not broken in my eyes, and that's why I'm still comfortable holding. And this is me being in this position, right? This is me telling you in this position. If you see a break of pattern on USLV, and if you feel uncomfortable holding USLV, please cover profits. There is I'm telling you, as in people think that because I'm in a position that I want everyone to jump in my position. You guys know I have 3 rules, right? And regardless of how ridiculous you guys think these rules are, I think, again, me just repeating it time after time of never trading based on other people's opinion, never investing in what you don't understand, and always have a plan when investing. For me to remind you that even though I'm in this position, that I would encourage you to cover profits, I want you to know that it's never a bad idea to stay green, right? And especially if you're just getting started, there is a risk. So again, it is, pulling back, and there is a risk of this thing to continue to trend down. And if you're green right now, one thing that I would focus on if you're just getting started is getting the ball rolling. Don't focus on maximizing your percentage growth or your dollar growth. Focus on getting the ball rolling, and if you've been struggling to stay green, let that be your goal for this week and the weeks that follow. 1% a week, 2% a week, 3% a week. All you want to focus on is just consistent growth. And that's it. Once you kind of get the ball rolling, you'll learn the fundamentals, you'll learn the mechanics, you'll learn the series of techniques to start, growing those percentages, growing those dollar profits as well. But again, it's all about getting the ball rolling in the very beginning. So all I wanted to do was, again, I've done a complete breakdown on my USLV stock already, USLV trade already. So the support at around $9.50, overall resistance at about $11. The margin that I'm really now trying to capitalize on is from $10 to $11, which offers about 10% potential for profit. So with my overall position size, the $1,500 that I covered yesterday, and the potential $3,500 that I have to cover left, right? If it ends up completing the value that I see, that's a total profit of about $5,000, which is a little bit over 12% on my overall account size. So again, I told you my percentage. I told you my percentage for potential for profit. I told you the dollar value potential for profit. That is my trade, what I see value in. Now do and use this concept of, I believe I have it here. Actually, I think one of my buddies took it. It was my entry point, exit point, stop loss, the pattern that I saw, and how I would understand if there was a break of pattern or a pullback. You need to have this understanding for every single position. Every single position that you choose to take advantage of, make sure that you have this breakdown. So that is pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys the breakdown. I'm also going to follow up with 2 other stocks right now, but I just wanted to answer any questions that any of you guys might have at the moment. Man, throw it to little parts. I have my other monitor going on over here. It looks like USLV is catching a support at around like 990, 992. Yo, can I borrow your McLaren till Saturday? I'm sorry, bud. No. $100%. So, Michael, that's a definite risk that and that's why, Michael, it's so important to take things into consideration. So Michael just said it's very frustrating that a lot of movement for a lot of these ETFs happen during extended hours, right? So you tend to miss out on a lot of margin if you don't end up holding overnight. Ask yourself 2 things. Is the pattern actively trending up? And are you getting it for a good deal? And if so, you can take that into consideration. Keep all emotions away. Keep all dollar value away. Make sure that it's not the dollar value that you have invested that's influencing if you should cover profits or if you should cut losses. You should have a max dollar loss in mind, but you should focus more on making sure that you're getting in at a good deal and that you understand the pattern that's actively trending up or showing signs of a horizontal pattern. Very simple. So for those that are asking, would you hold USLV over the weekend? If it begins to show signs of a very strong, I thought I turned off notifications, my goodness. If it starts, actually, I turned it off and it was supposed to end at 12 o'clock. That's funny. It's 12:03. If USLV pushes and starts to make new highs and really pushes very aggressively, if the margin of profit left is worth it, then I might consider holding it over the weekend. But if I see that, hey, it's still like really holding at around like sub $10, then really in reality, then no, I wouldn't feel as motivated because the opportunity cost, the pattern isn't very relevant right now. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, some people are actually, so Lance B is asking when I'm done talking about USLV, can I give my opinion on DRIP? DRIP, we called it out as a great intraday play. Not until Gush breaks below $30 and DRIP holds and breaks above 9 will I consider swing trading DRIP because of that continuous downtrend that DRIP has to offer. So a very simple breakdown, but intraday, when we saw the break above the middle VWAP and we saw it trading in between the middle VWAP and top VWAP on the 1 minute, 1 day chart, offered an excellent pattern. I think it offered like what was it, like 5 to 7% growth or something like that. The same thing happened today with if I'm not mistaken, with DGAS. We talked about DGAS today in the Learn Plan Profit Group. Some people were able to capitalize on that. We talked about KEM, if I'm not mistaken, so let's actually bring that one up. So KEM, thanks again to one of the members that ended up bringing it up. This horizontal pattern from support to resistance started showing signs of this uptrend pattern. Again, this is what we do every single day within Learn Plan Profit. We go live at market open for about 30 minutes to an hour, and we just start breaking down stocks together as a group, and we talk about relevant stocks, what's actively trending up intraday, and long term as well. DGAS showed signs of an uptrend, made new highs, right? And we talked about the pattern of like this pullback that it got, but it didn't go low as it did before, and then it started showing signs of this uptrend pattern, and then intraday today, right? It really started to boost up. It supported and validated the middle VWAP, and then it shot right back up to 29.20, right? So it did that 3% margin, started pulling back, and looking at where it's pulling back now on this. No, it wouldn't be this chart. It would be, what was it, the 20-day 1 hour? No, there's a certain time frame that we're looking at it at that it was reacting very well to. Yeah. So this is the 30-day 5-minute chart, and it was actually, I think, Muhammad that brought this to my attention, but you can see that it pulls back and it reacts very well to this SMA indicator at around this price point. So I'd look out for a potential bounce at around $28. It doesn't mean that it's going to bounce there, it just means that it does have potential based on previous patterns that it validates it within that specific time frame. But as you can see, when there was that break in between that middle VWAP and the margin that I was able to gap up to highs of like 890, it was 5.38% that I was able to capitalize on. Now it hit the resistance, had that pullback. Now it's trying to break above the middle VWAP. It would be interesting to see if it could actually capitalize or fulfill this like 3% margin. I think it's a little bit too overextended now, and the volume is obviously not there. So maybe for power hour, so as of right now, we might get it, but I think the risk is a little bit too high in my opinion. So, and then the last one that I wanted to talk about was JNUG and JDST. So it looks like on the 180-day chart, it looks like now JNUG is actively trending up. And if you look at /GC, you could also see signs of a potential reversal here. Do you see my alert here at 1320? That's what I'm waiting for /GC to break above to consider JNUG as an actual swing trade. Right now, I think JDST and JNUG are very volatile. They're showing a lot of consolidation, and it's just not, their patterns are not very consistent right now. I understand the pattern of /GC within the range of 1320 to 1360. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. Again, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait until it starts performing on patterns that I'm used to and that I've traded before when it comes down to trading US /GC and JNUG. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. I'm going to wait on for the confirmation of the uptrend, and if I get the confirmation, great. If I get the rejection, then I know that I can move my attention on over to JDST. Very simple, right? And again, just following up with like /CL. So this is in favor of like DRIP and Gush. A lot of consolidation, no signs of a reversal just yet. Natural gas, again, it is pulling back. It's close and near to the support and showing why UGAS might start to bounce again. And then /SI, again, showing the support here, the resistance here, still showing signs of an uptrend pattern even with this pullback. That EMA line, again, is still pointing up. It did slightly get rejected by this SMA indicator, but again, is it going to get rejected by this EMA or confirm the bounce? And that's something that we'll have to follow up with. So that is pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the patterns, follow up with what it was that I was trading. So far, I'm still up about 1,800 if I'm not mistaken. So I'm 257 as of what I opened. I covered about $1,500 profit yesterday, and so 18 so far on this position. But I still think that it has a lot more margin to cover. So I'll just have to follow up with it, see how tomorrow plays out. And there's a lot of potential out there with a bunch of these different stocks and ETFs, right? Just focus and stay very micro focused. Even the stocks that I talked about today, DRIP, USLV, DIAS, JNUG, KEM, Ford, SQ, right? All these different stocks. It can become very overwhelming for a lot of people as they're just getting started. I 100% understand that. So what I would encourage you to do, if I can, is air out all the noise. Ask yourself what patterns you understand and what makes sense to you. First of all, you have to understand some. If you don't, then you just have to dedicate a little bit more time to understanding those. The second thing is, once it comes down to understanding horizontal, ascending, descending patterns, then ask yourself, which ones do you find most attractive and which ones do you experience the highest success rate? And then focus on those. Very simple, right? I want you guys to is there a good support and resistance book that you would recommend? No, and a lot of people ask me this. They ask me like what books I've read for trading and stuff like that. Being completely honest, I've never read any books about trading, nothing like that. I was self-taught with what I've learned on YouTube and what I've learned on Google. It took me a long period of time, and that's why I now offer the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library, which is like my private course group. So you gain access to everything that you need to know, as well as, because the market's always changing, I'm there trading with you every single day, and we get to work together every single day. And that's that first link in the description if you guys want to learn a little bit more about me and one of the largest and fastest growing private course groups for investing in the stock market. So AS Minor, you're asking me, Ricky, if you had a position on JNUG, would you hold? I don't like that question because you're trying to ask me, should you hold, or I'm guessing you have an active position on it. So yeah, so I would encourage you to do more research on the pattern, take into consideration the opportunity cost of the potential for profit and the potential for loss that it has to offer, how it's currently trading, and ask yourself, is there a confirmation that it's actively trending up, and is it worth the risk? Or is it something that you want to wait for the, do you want to wait a little bit more for a confirmation? And if that, then maybe it's time to cover profits and then follow up with it at a later time. All right. So, hi Ricky, have you ever invested in cryptocurrencies? Yes, I have. All right, guys. So you guys have quite a bit of suggestions for different breakdowns and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to keep this video pretty simple. So I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. I don't know why my music turned off. Okay, Google, play What They Want. There you go. So the Learn Plan Profit group friendlier than they are in the Discord group. Well, the Learn Plan Profit group is run by me and the series of partners that we have, so it's definitely much more structured. But both groups are very good as well. So the Tech Buds and Learn Plan Profit. So Allison, what is over trading? A lot of these guys, and I don't mean to be rude, like 100%. I want you guys to ask me all these questions, but there's a lot of, like, I have so many videos. I have over 800 videos on YouTube. You guys can utilize the Google search bar on what is over trading, and it'll answer it for you. So over trading is just taking positions because you can, and that's why the PDT rule was implemented, because a lot of new traders have the intrinsic motivation to take positions just because they can, because the market's so accessible, and that's one of the worst mistakes that you can make. So Marco, really appreciate that. So learning a lot this week. It's been great and it's been fun. I think it's been amazing. Not only for the Learn, Plan, Profit group, but for the Tech Bud Solutions community. Just being able to see the feedback that we've been able to receive, the overall profits that we've been able to make. It's been a very green week, and let's just make sure that we keep the momentum going. Right? We stay consistent. We focus on quality trades and forget all the BS that everyone is telling you to trade. If they're trying to sell you alerts and all that BS, especially if you're just getting started, trust me. Take the step back, start paper trading, no monetary risk, and start to learn and understand patterns. Because once you understand that, you don't need to pay for alerts. It's none of that, right? Focus to become a self-sufficient and independent trader. That's what you need to focus on. Stop being spoon-fed and learn how to fish for yourself. So that is really just it. thank you guys again for all your time. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. Just to let you guys know, there's going to be an event that if you guys want to meet me, I'm going to be bringing, I think, my McLaren and the GTR. Follow me on Instagram. The link is down below. I'm going to be posting updates. It's like a grand opening for a dealership that we're partnering up with. The link to my Instagram is down below. I'm going to be posting updates throughout the day on the time that I'm going to be there and the cars that I'm going to be bringing. I would love to meet you guys if you guys are in the Arizona area. I think it's going to be in the Tempe area. And yeah, let's keep it simple. I'm also going to be visiting New York in about a week or two. So just from 17th to the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. So for all those that are in New York, I'd love to meet up with you guys. And just show me around. I wanted to visit the, like Wall Street and stuff like that. So thank you guys again for your time. Again, this is not a market where you're going to get lucky in. This is not a market where you're going to get rich quick, nothing like that. It is going to take a lot of time. It is going to take a lot of effort. But if you're someone that's motivated and that sees value in this market, then let your passion be what drives you in your success. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.